Namaste. I am going to continue with the I.E.L.T.S examination speaking section part 1 of the I.E.L.T.S examination. Please understand that this is a typical question. Among your parents, who influence you the most? In this case, you have to talk about your parents, particularly, and their influence on what, and how you've been shaped to be what you are today. For example, your parents consist of your mother and father. You have to say choose any one, either the mother or the father, and plan what to say. For example, my mother taught me to read. My father taught me to write and count. My parents taught me to be kind and firm. So if you think about points like that, some people's parents may have taught them the value of money. Others could have taught them the value of hard work. Others could have taught them the value of saving. So all these things you have to understand. My parents taught me hard work, saving, and money. Saving is important. Okay. So you can decide what your parents taught you. Some people's parents taught them to have a good physique, good body, healthy, and while some parents have taught their children to be good chess masters and not concentrate too much on studies. Some parents have taught about the importance of education, as Hazrat Prophet Muhammad G peace be upon him said about the value of education for women and men and for everybody else also. So all these things are factors which your parents have told you, and then you are what exactly your parents have given to you in this form. So if you think about and plan what you want to say, please speak about 4 5 sentences only. That is all that is required. Thank you. My parents taught me about education and its importance. Like Prophet Hazrat Muhammad Ji, peace be upon him, said about the value of education for women and men. So, like that. And another example could be my parents taught me to learn new skills like computers, basic MS Office, and the like. So, my parents have to shape me to be what I am today. And therefore, I must be grateful to my parents for helping me out in a time of need. All this you must say and try to talk to your examiner about the importance of the speaking topic, particularly how our parents have influenced us. That's all. Thank you. My brothers and sisters, that please talk only about your own brothers and sisters, because cousins are mentioned as cousins abroad. Give the reason why. Please do not dislike anybody, as you will be asked why, and it will create a bad impression. So please say I like everybody, and my brothers and sisters give lots of money to me and like my handwriting. They appreciate my art and provide snacks for me like murukus, tatai, etc. Yes, the Tamil snacks hai bhaiya. So to your house, for example, when the members of your family are in a different city, what do you do in your house? Here, the examiner wants to see what all activities you do in your house which are useful and what you think about them and whether you enjoy them very much. So, you can say, I like to do painting in my house and I like to do writing in my house. I write short stories in my mother tongue for children. I like playing darts in my house. I like calling friends over to have a small party in my house. Or you can say I like to play cards in my house. I call people and students or who are some of my friends to come and take extra classes in English in my house. I like to burst crackers outside on the veranda or on the terrace of my house when my parents are in a different city. I like to read storybooks and go out and buy news novels and storybooks at a reasonable price so I can sit at home and read in my house. These are all the things that I like to do in my house. You can tell the examiner that. Please do not talk about any fantastic or expensive thing like skiing or something, because the examiner is trained to catch you out on what you are doing. So only what is possible in the house, like sitting in front of a home theater and watching movies on television, are possible, but more than that is not possible in the house. The examiners trained to spot all these mistakes, so please do not give him or her any chance to decrease your IELTS score in the speaking section. Secondly, you will not have much time to answer this question because this is not the main part. You will be given a cue card later only. So then moving on to the next question. What are the leisure activities of your parents? Here, the examiner wants to know your financial level and also what leisure activities you like to do as a family. So here you may say like my parents like to read lots of books in the house when they get time. So that is an example of a leisure activity. Or you can say my parents like to collect stamps, so they are philatelic experts. So they like calling experts from other places who are experts in the field of collecting stamps and discussing stamps. So I also like to do that. For example, they may like to play cards at the club. That's also a leisure activity. So you can say you also accompany them sometimes to play cards at the club. These are all examples that you can do. Or they are very good sports people. They like to do archery or lawn tennis or cricket or something. And you also accompany your father, mother when they like to play for the men and women's team in cricket or badminton or tennis, for example. Then you have the next question. Describe your house. Here, the examiner wants to know how good your vocabulary is in describing your house. That is, whether your house is one story, two story, three story, or four story, or more. And basically, how many stories your house has. Does it have a terrace on top, or does it have just a roof? And also, he wants to know whether you keep lots of beautiful things in your house, and if so, what kind, or whether you have more than one house. That also wants to know. And he also wants to know, he or she wants to know whether there is a lawn outside, or whether there's a park near your house, or whether there's a theater near your house. All these things he wants to know. Then moving on to the next question, what is the favorite place in your house? See, that can be any place. Like you may want to sit on your terrace, or you may want to sit in under the pyramid in your house if you have a pyramid, or you may want to sit in front of the television and watch the television, or you may want to just sleep in your bedroom. All these are places. Or you may want to work in the kitchen and prepare some delicious cake or any other veg pizza or non-veg pizza, as the case may be. So these are all favorite places where you may want to be. So these are the things that the examiner wants to know. And whether you have a separate room for yourself. He wants to see whether you have a separate room, or whether you have to share your room with somebody, whether you live on the main road, or whether you can hear the noise. All these things he or she wants to ascertain. Then moving on to the next question. What are the responsibilities of the parents towards the children? The parents have heavy responsibilities towards the children naturally. They have to tell them what to eat, who to mix with, what to do, how to study, and how to be gentle and firm, how to talk and put a point across without fighting or shouting. All these are the responsibilities of the parents, and most important responsibility is to encourage the children to do their homework regardless of whether they ask to do their homework or not. That is the most important duty of the parents towards the children, and to see that the children are healthy and do not fall sick very often, and that they take precautions in everything that they do. And particularly when the children become teenagers, how to gently counsel them into focusing on their job and moving forward towards their target, and also understanding what the goals are and how they will achieve it with the minimum of money loss. All these are the responsibilities of the parents towards the children. And there should be a symbiotic love between both the parent and the child, because only then the child will respond in a positive manner and in an equal manner. He or she will learn to trust his or her own parent and then help grow as a family. Thank you.